long is your show now?
90 minutes.
Woo!
Woo! Yay! All right. Oh my gosh. Here we are. I'm back in the studio. Yay.
Hola!
Okay, so I have my dear friend Kaitlyn Pratt Andrews. Now you have like a long name. Well, you know what? Kaitlyn Andrews is like it reminds me of Tim. You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh. So it's funny. So congratulations on the wedding.
Well, thank you.
Yay! That's exciting.
Our anniversary is next month.
How exciting is that?
Yeah, we went and eloped in Savannah.
Right. I was going to say Savannah. I saw the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exciting. Let me see. I'm getting all set. You know, I'm all confused.
Why?
Because this is well, I haven't been here in so long. I'm like, I forget what to do. But it's going to be fun. We're going to have a great time. So,
This is really big deal. 90 minutes
90
now?
minutes.
Just Steph?
Getting real with Just Steph on the Real 1100.
Woo!
So, let me see. I got to figure this out. I'm like, this all new equipment. Everything's new. Okay, I don't hear anything. Why? Okay, well, we'll figure it out. So, I am just going to share this video everywhere, and then we're going to get going. Oh, Jesus. That just blew my ears out. Did you hear that? I'm like, what is that? Oh, my God.
Hello.
So, crazy. So is this a little easier to do radio than TV? Or it doesn't matter to you?
Well, it's interesting because, you know, we're having a conversation.
Right.
And I'm just used to on TV, just like talking to
A camera.
a camera.
Right. So do you have to pretend you're talking to the cameraman? Or are you over that? You're over that.
I'm over that.
Yeah.
I'm over that.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, you get over it. You know. And I've had so many people say to me, oh, I can be so nervous being on the radio. And so, big old bang. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just a conversation.
Yeah.
It's just a total, I mean, it's so easy. You know, this is easy to me.
Well, you're easy to speak with, too. You know, we can just, like, laugh. We have fun in a paper bag.
Right, no kidding. Well, yeah, you know, well, I can say this to, we're not on the air yet. I put the FU in fun. It's Boston girl coming out.
North Shore!
North Shore! Oh my gosh, so funny. Oh, so you ever go home to the Archie Bills?
Oh my gosh, I drove by one time, maybe it was a couple of years ago, and they all were outside, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm old. Do you know what I mean? And they just looked all so cute as a button, like in their little uniforms. And I was like, I am old because I was like, those skirts are a little short, Missy.
Yeah, I know.
What?
We'd have the nuns yelling at us for that.
We used to have like, you know, nylons, or, you know, we'd have to do it at the dean's office.
Right. We had, you could do knee socks.
You did, okay.
You could do knee socks, but if it was tights, like I remember, like, back when I was there, it was like they did some weird tights. If you did anything weird,
like crazy, yeah,
you're out. No, you had to take them off. Yeah, it was crazy. So yeah. So is this
loud? Huh?
I know. I'm trying to figure out what is loud. Is it me? No. So. Oh, it's them over there. Wow, that's a pretty good headphone.
Because I can't hear you at all when I have the earphones on.
Yeah, because well, you can turn.
Oh, I can do mine over here.
Yes. You're in charge of your own destiny.
How about that?
Everybody's in charge of their own destiny.
Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, there you go. So we're good. Okay, are we going on? What are we doing? Hello.
There we go.
All right. Well, we're at 10:30. So we'll see. We're waiting. Technical difficulties here in the Real 1100. You know, it has to be that way. But you know what? Who cares?
Hiccups.
Whatever. It's not my problem.
Just roll with it, right?
I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm present. I'm available. I'm emotionally here.
Success.
You are.
90% is just showing up, right?
That's it. Oh my gosh. So do you still have your girls at home? Are they like, oh my gosh, you know, you're on the TV? Do they care? Like,
they don't care.
They don't care.
They just know me as, you know, Pratt.
Right.
KP.
Right. Yeah, because my friends are like, who cares?
Yeah.
Whatever, you're on the radio, you wrote a book.
Yeah.
We don't care.
Oh, that's right. You did write a book.
I did. Did I not give you a
Yeah,
hug?
you did. I forgot. I met you. I've known you now for like 2 years. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I gave one to
You gave it to Tim. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So, yeah, I wrote a book. And they're like, how's that working for you? They don't care. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Like, no big deal. You're Just Steph at home. You're not Just Steph anywhere else. You're
It's
Just
refreshing,
Steph.
isn't it?
Well, it is because nobody cares.
Yeah.
I mean, they just don't.
Yeah.
I mean, they just want to hang with you.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing. They don't care what size you are, how much money you make, who your friends are.
Right.
They just want to hang. Okay, where we're gonna eat. You know?
We do love to eat, don't we? I don't know why. Us girls, we like all our like appointments go around
Right.
like brunch,
Right.
dinner,
Yeah.
coffee.
Right. So we have a
Sarah,
little something.
wine.
Where's Sky? We're waiting on Sky. He's in charge over there. He does the important part.
He has the best hat ever.
Oh, he wears that every time.
I love that.
Yeah, he's funny. Yeah, he's great. Yeah, he was a Green Beret.
It
Yeah.
all comes together now.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
He was active duty. Yeah,
Well, shoot.
back in the day. Yeah, whenever it was. I don't know when, but yeah. So he's a very nice man. Very nice. Very good at what he does. So I'm lucky to have him in here, sort of guiding the way.
Yeah.
Because you know, like when I did radio production in college,
Right.
it's all different now.
So he's like traffic control over there?
Yeah, because like, you know, if you want a job in radio, like a job at a studio that you want to do something, they want you to work the board.
Sure.
I'm like, I can't work the board. I don't know how to do it. I have to learn.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's all new technology. I mean, I was spinning discs.
Oh my gosh.
I did. That's what I did in college. I was actually queuing up music. Like you had to put the record backwards to get it queued up properly, so that there would be a nice segue.
That's just like the teleprompter before my time, but you know, right now, I mean, I run my own teleprompter
Right.
via either hand
Right.
or foot, like a foot pedal, like,
Oh, really?
like a car. When I first started behind the scenes in TV, I was actually up in the control room running the prompter for the anchors in
Right,
Boston,
right.
like WHDH.
Right.
And before that, I'm told, it would all be on like a reel of paper that had to be taped together and fed through.
Oh my
For the, yes, like Ron Burgundy days. That's the way
so
it was
funny.
done. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So, I mean, technology has, I mean, and again, we're in a top 10 market
Right.
at Fox 5, and we're running our own prompter, you know.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because, you know, I mean, and this is what, you know, and I know Mitzi's going to call in. She's supposed to call in soon, but, you know, we don't know. We might be behind. But she wrote this book, It's All About Time. And I find it ironic that we have all these modern conveniences, yet we're, you know, like back in the day, my grandmother was doing the laundry through the, you know, through the thing and, you know, like by hand, like a hand crank.
Sure.
You know, they had an ice box that had real ice in it. That was their
That's
fridge.
fun. Yeah.
You know, and you know, you think about it. I mean, I guess that was all they did. But you know, when you think about it, we have all these modern conveniences, and we're still stressed out and busy, and not happy, and not getting, you know, not getting enough, not getting it quick enough. It's sort of, you know, it's a microwave life. You know,
I like that.
yeah, it's a microwave. You know,
Minus the radiation, please.
right, I know. But you know, when I think about it, though, that's not the way I don't work well in that, in a microwave life. Like, I can't deal with chaos. Like, I like to get to the airport early.
So you're like a planner. Do you have like a planner, or do you use your phone?
Well, I have a calendar.
Yeah.
I have a like my calendar syncs up and on my.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm very techie that way, but you know, I don't plan in like what time to leave for the airport. I just have it in my head. Okay, I get to take a shower at this time so that I can be out the door at this time.
Sure.
You know, I mean, yeah, but life happens. Things happen, but I really work to, you know, I'll say to my son, I got to go to Boston, so I'm going to drop you to school a little early today because I don't know what the traffic's going to be like.
You plan for the worst, hope for the best.
Right. So, you know, if I got to be at the airport at 8 on weekday, I'm leaving 7 o'clock, even though it's only a 30-minute ride. You know, because I'd rather chill.
That's like Tim. I make fun of him because he...
Poor Tim.
he arrives everywhere so early. Like, I remember for our first date, he was already there and had already been, and I was like, oh gosh.
Was he already drinking?
Yeah. was already there at the table. And I said, oh gosh, did you just get, oh no, I've been here for a while. I'm like,
that's funny.
But it impressed me that he, wanted
Right.
to be there and be ready to
Right.
go. And ever since now, it's become like, oh God, I'm still doing my hair. I'm still doing my makeup. Can I have 10 more minutes?
Yeah, well, my boyfriend in Boston he's...
Oh, he's a boyfriend now?
I know. I know, it's been a year. I've been going out with him over a year. So, but the funny thing is I just, he's as anal about being on time as I am.
Sure.
He's always rushing me. And I'm going, I'm usually the one that's crazy. He's crazier than me.
2 peas in a pod.
Yeah, I know. And he's nice and clean. I love that.
Tim's clean too.
Well, I mean, like he's always, he's very clean. He's very, I mean, he makes fun of me. He says, oh, you don't clean the pans right. I'm like, what? I'm like, you're talking about me. I'm like, I'm not. But, so it's easier that way than the opposite.
Yeah.
And so for me, because that's what I lived with for like 20 years, 25 years. It's like polar opposites. It's like, oh my God, I felt like I was picking up all the time.
Sure.
Like all the time, constantly cleaning. I'm like, oh, I can't take this chaos. I'm just like, I think I grew up in too much chaos. That's what it is.
And so this is your way of taking
What's my control?
Yeah.
But I don't want to control anybody else. Like
I want to control your space.
Like my little space, I like to, but I've learned to chill too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I do what I can and I'm okay with whatever. Like right now, we're supposed to be on the air and I'm not having a heart attack. We're not on the air because there's some technical difficulties here at the real 1100 a.m., but it's okay.
Glitches.
It's okay, but we're live here, which is really the most important people in the world are right here on Facebook. Facebook knows all. Do you ever do those quizzes?
Yeah.
What's going to happen to you in the new year? You're going to get married and have a baby. All right, I'm 51, okay? Not happening for me. So, but anyway, but Facebook knows all. I love it. That's where I get my news.
We've come a long way from, what's that game that everyone used to play when Facebook first came on? It was like the farm game.
Oh, I don't like those games.
Remember that?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know. Farm.
Everyone was like asking you to play.
I still get some of those requests from people to do games. I don't do that. No.
No.
You know what? I'm sorry, but I don't even watch TV. Like I really don't watch TV because
you just
I read or I'm on my computer or whatever. I'm very sensitive. So, sort of empathic, and a lot of stuff bothers me.
Yeah, I can see how that would happen.
And so the chaos,
yeah.
So I'll get my news in dribs and drabs from, I'll be on Facebook, like, oh my God, Tom Petty died,
Yeah.
Which is terrible. But I'm just saying that's how I sort of get it instead of all bad stuff at once. Yeah. Just little dribs and drabs.
Sometimes it's hard to see that what's happening outside your door isn't all good. And that's unfortunately, it's not like the news is terrible.
Right, and for me, I feel like I could get so heavy about stuff like getting all ugly, and I'm not political at all, but getting all ugly about the politics is reason enough for me to stay in bed. For me, it's very heavy for me. I'm like, oh my God, can't we just get along? Why don't we just love each other? So, well, we're back up on here. We're back up on here, but we're not on here.
I wonder if they reset the...
Yeah. Sorry, we are having let me see who's here.
Beep!
Hi, Kat Lavoie. Hi, Claudro. I'm sorry this is boring. Hi, Franco. Hi, Chef Roberts. Chef Ferrantino. Hi, honey. I'll be home next weekend. We're going to go out. Hey, George. All right, Mitzi, we're going to be a little behind. We're having technical difficulties. Hi, Michael McDevitt. Let's see. Tagging you. Hi, Anthony Lavolo. We are having problems because we're having technical difficulties here at the studio. And I think the air is off because I'm sweating. You can't do that to a 51-year-old. My God. So friends of ours in Boston opened a restaurant in Arlington
Oh,
called
nice.
Sugo.
What kind of restaurant is
It's
it?
Italian.
Ooh.
And so we're gonna go out when I go. I'm going home to watch the Super Bowl in Boston. So I'm gonna be with my peeps watching my boyfriend Tom Brady with my boyfriend. I mean, with my boyfriend watching my boyfriend.
I was working in Boston back when they first won the Super Bowl, when it was Brady's first year.
Oh my god.
And I remember they had like the parade,
Right.
the duck boat
Yeah,
parade.
right.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
It was so funny.
So how were you when it was Atlanta, Boston?
Oh man,
It's hot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not that hot for me.
Well, I've been in Atlanta, hard to believe now, for like 9 years. So in Georgia longer because I worked in Savannah.
Right.
And I worked in Macon beforehand. So
Right.
I guess I'm pretty much, I don't want to say Southerner. What do they call
Right.
them, a damn Yankee? When you come here and then you stay around a
I've been
little
here
bit.
25 years.
So you're a damn Yankee? Or are you
I
just...
guess I am. But you know what I always go for the home team, my home team, which is the Boston
Sure.
teams. But I'm not so attached to it. It's a game to me.
Yeah.
Like I think it's great. I want them to win. But I also thought that for Atlanta, for them to be in the Super Bowl, I thought it would have been really great for the city
Oh, for sure.
for them to win. But
Next year.
yeah, we'll see.
We always have next year.
Well, next year's here,
Yes.
so that's exciting.
Yes.
So hopefully the Patriots will be, and all my peeps will come here because they never come visit me. Boston people don't leave. Does your family come down here?
No.
Yeah, they don't come.
I don't know.
They don't leave Boston. They don't care. They don't come.
I see them probably every 6 months. I go to them. Oh boy.
Well, we're supposed to be on the air. What? Oh, hold on. Okay. What are we doing? Wait, hold on. Hello? Hello? I can't hear. I can't hear. I don't know. I can't hear. All right, we're having bad problems here, and I'm wondering if we should just throw in the towel today.
We could.
We could throw in the towel. We could just stay here and talk about the stuff right here for a minute, and then... Jesus. Jesus. Hello? Am I on air? What are we doing? I can't hear her.
You can't hear yourself?
I can hear myself. I can't hear her. Are we on air? We're live. What are we doing?
Hi, Steph.
Hey, I'm sorry. Are we on? I don't even know what we're doing here.
On the air.
We're on the air. Okay, but we didn't do any intro, nothing.
Okay, 2 minutes got fixed.
Okay, well, okay, Mitzi. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. We just are just having big technical difficulties here on the Real 1100. So we just got on air just when you called. So I have no intro. I did no intro for you. I did no intro for anything today. So I'm sorry that it's been a little crazy. So let me make sure that my listeners on Facebook can hear you. So everybody, I don't know, I'm showing your book right now to the viewers on social media. It's called It's About Time, and I'd like to talk a little bit about, you're calling in from Boston. Thank you for calling in today.
I'm happy to be here. I wanted to join the party.
I know. I'm so sorry because this has been a little crazy here. I mean, it's all good. Like, it is what it is. Steve Harvey gave the wrong girl the crown, so we can get through. We can get through anything here. So anyway, maybe we'll go back and do the intro afterwards. That happened to me. I had my second baby so quick that they came and had me sign the papers afterwards and took my blood afterwards. They were all mad. So this is kind of one of those
Par for the course,
yeah,
right?
that's it. We'll put the cart before the horse today. It's all good. So how's everything in Boston? How's the weather?
It's a little chilly here. It's a little cold,
Wow,
but
that's
it's a
okay.
beautiful sunny day.
Well, thank you so much for calling in because, being my first show on Getting Real and the new year and everything else, I wanted to have you talk to us about Decaf Living. And Kaitlyn Pratt Andrews, a Fox 5 News reporter here in Atlanta, is in the studio with me. And Kaitlyn and I were talking about detoxing our lives with just, good habits and even maybe, making some new friends, but also maybe eating properly and, and all of that. And I think part of that comes with how we manage our time.
Exactly.
So talk to us about your ideas on Decaf Living. What does that mean?
Well, what Decaf Living is really making deliberate choices not to max out your calendar and overschedule yourself. It's kind of bucking that trend to always be busy. And so many of us tend to put so much on our schedule that we end up stressing ourselves out, or some other, members of our family, we're just kind of always on the go and not stopping and just kind of being.
So, Kaitlyn and I were talking before we went live about the idea that we have all these modern conveniences and yet we're stressed out with time and we're too busy to stop and smell the roses and maybe have a cup of coffee with a friend, or maybe, I just remember growing up and my door was like a revolving door. People constantly were just dropping by. My mother was constantly putting on the coffee and putting out some cake or something, or I don't know, making meatballs or whatever. But there was, and today nobody has time to come by. What do you say to that?
Well, I think what happens is that people aren't making the time to come by. They're not looking at it as something that's a priority. They're not really thinking through scheduling it in, as opposed to always being tied to the technology and tied to the phone and everything like that. So it's important to really understand what your priorities are and what those people priorities are as well, and really look at scheduling yourself in and making a point to schedule lunch, coffee, dinner, going to a movie. It's really about calendar management as well.
Well, the other thing that I was thinking is as we were talking, we'll always be I think that's where we find satisfaction in our lives, is in those areas. And when we're constantly busy and we're constantly trying to fill our cup and we're, on that treadmill, we're never really getting true fulfillment in our lives. So it's almost like a catch-22.
Well, that's it exactly. And it's really, I think it's really important to be able to just kind of take stock in what you're doing and to do a little bit of an inventory, a time inventory of, where are you. It's not even a time inventory as much as it is a priority inventory. It's really looking at what's important to you, who's important in your life, what are the important things that you want to do for yourself to have quality time for you. There's always a talk about work-life balance. I think it's a misnomer. There's no such thing as work-life balance. Work is life, life is work. There's not a separation really in that, trying to find that balance. It's really looking at the totality of who you are and finding that important quality time for yourself. And part of it is really defining what would that look like to you. And too many times we're so in a rush, we're not kind of sitting there and saying, okay, that would mean taking a walk. It would mean going for an ice cream. It would mean taking my kids someplace special. And sometimes it's not even doing the special things, but just sitting and having a game night. Right. And a lot of families are, running around crazy and, with the kids at a million activities and that kind of stuff. I was always big on family dinners and cooking and all that stuff. So for me, that was not as much of an issue. And I didn't really have we were busy. I had 4 kids, but we always had time for dinner. We always sat down. We always, did the Sunday dinner thing. And I think that's very cultural for me, for growing up in Boston and being, Italian. That's what we did.
I think we all could learn to say no.
Right.
When people ask us to do things. It's
Right.
okay to say no.
Right.
And do your own and do something for yourself.
Right, absolutely. So how do you say no, Mitzi, to people that are pulling at us?
So there are ways to say no. Firstly, it's to really understand what somebody is asking of you first before you actually say that no. But I think it's important to say what I call a positive no. And when you're saying a positive no, it makes it easy to overcome any reluctance you have to saying no. Because you might be offering to do part of something for somebody, or you may be just, you may just want to, actually, one of the ways you say no to people is not to go through a whole big litany of why you can't do something for somebody. You can't say to somebody, I'm just too busy, I can't do it, because everybody is so busy, and people will start to try to talk you out of saying no. So you have to say it with some firmness, but you have to really understand what your other commitments are. And saying no positively means that you might try to find somebody else that can help them in their situation. And you are doing it and saying something like, you know, this isn't really the time right now, but I hope you will reconsider me for something in the future. I'm really would like to help in some way. If it's like a committee or to work on some project for somebody outside of work. So you want to be able to really know when you want to say yes, but you also want to know how to say no. Right. And one of the things is to practice it and to think first before you actually give somebody an answer. Take a deep breath, realize that it's something you don't want to do, and then you just have to just say it.
Right. So, I mean, I think, some of it is aligning what you believe with what you're doing, or aligning what you want and who you are with your actions and what you do. Because I think that if it doesn't sit right, then you're not going to be happy doing it, And sometimes it gets a little sticky, but I think for the most part, I think it really, you can make a good decision based upon your beliefs, your boundaries, and your life today. Like when you have kids, you have to say no to certain things because I can't go out every night of the week. I would like to go out and be in the Atlanta scene, like would be great, but I just can't. I've got family obligations. So, you have to be able to say, no, I can't do that. So I agree. So thank you, Mitzi. Then this is my quote that I come up with a long time ago, and it says, living happens during leisure. That's where the body is refreshed, the heart is moved, the spirit is lifted, and the mind is expanded. So I think, yay, we got our guy back. All right. Yay. What a crazy morning. Okay, well, Mitzi, will you call back another time? We'll pick your brain again about time.
Absolutely. I'd love to come back.
All right. Thank you, honey. Have a great day.
All right. You too.
All right. Ciao, babes. Bye.
Okay.
All right. So now we're back on track, I think, a little bit. Okay. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So I wanted to talk about going, because all of this is sort of, I think, sort of going old school about everything. Just the way, we used to think, oh, I wish I could do this, I wish I could do that, I wish we could be the Jetsons. Well, we're living the Jetsons, and now we want to go back to, because we're not satisfied with what we have. So I wanted to talk about, in terms of dating, I don't know what we have if we don't have do we have my stuff, Sky? We're on basic, we're on skeleton crew here.
Basic HTML here, folks.
This is it. This is it when there's no...
This is true talk radio.
Right here. Okay, we're live. All right, so I wanted to talk about in the dating world, going old school and really treat her like a lady. And, this is dating advice for second lifers, and it's the Just Steph rules of dating, but we don't have any promo, right there? Okay, it's all right. All right, so I was thinking about this because you just got married.
I did. We eloped in February last year.
I know, how exciting. Was it Valentine's Day?
It was.
Ah, that's so cute and mushy.
Sappy.
So cute and mushy. I love it. That's awesome. So yeah, I love that. So, but yeah, you guys were dating for a little bit before?
We were. And it was different for us. I'd been married before, and it was weird to kind of get back into it.
Right.
And it's interesting to learn someone else too, and we just hit it off right away.
Right.
And he just makes me laugh so much. So
He's
I
funny.
think that was like the ticket for me. You have to make me laugh.
I was going to ask you that. Do you laugh because he's so funny?
I mean, yeah.
I like, you know what, that's very high on my list. I've got to laugh. Because, I mean, that's how you get through stuff. I mean, my family, we laughed all the time. Like, we'd laugh through crazy stuff. We'd be in a funeral car, and somebody would say something stupid, and we'd laugh. So that's kind of how you get through stuff. And I think when you have a partner that makes you laugh, I mean, I laugh every day. I'm on the phone, to Boston every day, like just cracking up. So, anyway, but I think some of the old school, I mean, people today are they're texting too much. It becomes like a pen pal.
And you don't really know the tone of a text.
Right.
And an emoji just doesn't, I mean, come on.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I loved like the crying emoji face, like that's my favorite. But it doesn't really emote.
No, it doesn't emote what you want. No, it doesn't. You know what? Because you could actually be a little. You could say something a little snarky,
right,
and put it like a wink eye there.
Sure.
But you're meaning it.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, that's it. That's hilarious. But I think that people don't. I like getting on the phone and talking, and Eddie's in Boston. We FaceTime. Mm-hmm. He doesn't love it. That's because when I make him do it. Well, because I feel like we're having a conversation. And so we FaceTime, which I love that. And, we'll chit-chat and everything. And I think that's great. And I know the kids use a lot of that kind of technology for the better. But I think, people don't go out on dates anymore. They don't care enough to, say, guys don't want to, they say, let's hang. Well, what's that mean? I say, call me up. Are you asking me on a date? This before, a couple of years ago, I'm like, are you asking me on a date? Like, say, I would like to take you to dinner. Let's be clear. Right. I mean, back in the day, that's what they did. They said, can I take you to dinner?
The language has changed.
Yeah. It's like, you want to hang? What does that mean? So, and I was looking at articles and stuff, and it says things like, get properly groomed. Like, who needs to know that? Like, do people not groom?
What article is saying this?
I don't know. It must have been a millennial.
Is this like an advice?
Yeah, it was
how to get a date?
Well, it said, going old school. Like, I was looking at old school dating, and it said, get properly groomed. Like, who doesn't get showered and for a date? I don't know. That's gross. I mean, I think that must be for the millennials. Do they not shower?
I mean, is that supposed to mean, like, show up and look like you're
right.
You're dressed for the occasion?
Right,
You're
I guess
dressed
so.
to impress?
I guess so. I mean, I always dress up. I just think, I think Atlanta's very unique, though. We are always, you dress up, you can't be overdressed. People like to get dressed up. Like, if I go out, if I'm even out at Hal's, I could wear a dress and heels and whatever. Or if I'm out and about, if I'll go to a, something at Davio's or whatever, I like to wear trendy jeans, but I also at the same time like to wear a dress or, get dressed up. So I think that's just how I roll. But, it's funny, Boston's is casual.
Oh yeah, you have like the high boots and just like the North Face jackets and fleeces and.
Well, I made Eddie go to an event, a gala last year, and he was mad because he had to wear a suit. And then he goes, I'm not wearing a tie. I was like, what is wrong with you? And then we went to this gala. Now, it says gala. It's a gala. It was for my high school. And I said, I'm wearing a cocktail dress, like a fancy cocktail dress. There were people with, like women with pants and, like, not dressed properly, and I'm going, why do they do?
It's probably so cold. I mean, we forget.
I don't know. I mean,
it's just so cold.
But when it says gala, that's cocktail attire. To me, that says a man wears a tie, Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's just old school for me. I'm just I like that. So it talks about here, throw a group date.
What does that mean? Like go bowling?
I don't know. I mean, could take it the wrong way. But no, you know what? I actually like to have a dinner party.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That could be fun.
Yeah, especially if you cook. I've never tasted your food, but it looks amazing.
Well, you'll have to come over.
Except for the lasagna you burnt last week, right?
I know, that was unbelievable, huh? Oh my gosh. I was going, it smells so good in here. Yeah, that was crazy. I am so off kilter with this.
Yeah, you were ready for, to start fresh, your new 90-minute show.
Are we not playing music today? Oh, okay, we're going to get music. Yay. Okay.
It's just Steph, literally.
This is just me. And you know what? I'm pretty good at talking. You can ask anybody. I will talk your ear off, but, you get a little flustered when I wasn't prepared to just keep talking. Oh, we got music. Yay!
Small victories.
All right, so can we take a break now? Oh, thank God. We're taking a short break, and we come back. More Kaitlyn Pratt Andrews. This one is for the birthday peeps. Mark Phillips, Blake Miller, and Sarah Kovac. And Steve Taylor wanted to hear this song. I don't know. He likes this. So, here we go. Oh, it's different music. Oh, never mind, Steve. Sorry.
Sorry, Steve.
All right, sorry.
I play music off of her hard drive, off of it, because we don't, the computer's not even up, so I can't even play YouTube. Because we don't have the internet connection. So we just got some music for you, so don't name any titles.
Oh my God, I'm sweating. So we have no promos or anything like that?
Yeah, everything's good. So we're trying to get back as quickly as possible. So, but I do have some music. So when you need your breaks, then we'll play some music for you.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I know, trust me. I know I'm excited for you, too.
I'm like, okay, but it's okay. I don't even feel bad. This is not my fault, right? This is not my fault. I came up here, came here.
Mine either.
You know what? This is not my fault because I showed up today.
You were early?
I was early. I was prepared.
You were excited?
I'm excited. I'm happy. You know what? I'm happy it's you, Boston girl. And somebody who's in media who understands. Why is this so loud?
There you go.
Oh, God. All right, so let's say hi to people because we got to do something. I'm so crazy. Michael Daly, Pratt is awesome. She knows how to balance a crazy career and keep things sane. Has something to do with her laugh. Hey, Michael Jones, Steve, Eskew, Patrick, Patrice, hi. Hi, Dale. Hi, Terry. Yes, you're on the air on Facebook. Just wing it. Hi, Caladro.
The engineer's here now working on it, so we should
Okay.
Thank God for those
Okay, I
engineers.
said hi to. We probably lost them. Okay. And we have some people. On Instagram, I don't know their names.
Oh, because they just have their...
Yeah, their little call
handle.
names. Yeah, their little handles. So, but hi, Instagram. Oh my gosh.
It's all good. Deep breaths.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm off on time. I'm sweating. It's so crazy.
Maybe you can do a redo next week.
Do over. Well, next week I have our. You know who? I'm looking. Oh my God, that's hilarious. But you know what's so funny is next week I have Nick Cellini and Ray Giudice from 680 The Fan in to talk about the Super Bowl. So
Awesome.
I'll be wearing my Brady shirt.
You'll have a great show then.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
So this is a great show. This is awesome.
We roll with the punches around here.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad you're in the business. All right, so what are we doing, Sky? He's letting his hand down. Now it's crazy.
He's like, I'm getting a headache. I need to take this elastic out.
Oh my God. There we go. Hold on. There we go. He's like, oh my God. He's like, I'm letting my hair down now. Oh, we got 1 minute. Oh, thank God. I still have a minute. A minute's long here.
So a minute, it's crazy. My life, I feel like, is in time, too, as far as work goes. Like a package, the stuff that you see, like that we voice and hear sound bites, that's usually about a minute 15. And our ins are usually like a live intro is like 15 seconds. And then a live outro, another 15. So it's like my life is basically 145, on air.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Every half hour.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So are you back in the studio? Are you out? You back out?
I'm out and about.
Yeah.
Standing in front of crime scenes, fires, all
that.
sorts of interesting things.
You remind me of what was her name? The one that was in Boston that was always Shelby Scott.
Oh my gosh.
She's always We're on. Okay, we're back. We're on Skeleton Crew here, but we're doing it, and I'm so excited. We're a little bit off on time, so we're gonna have to just talk, I guess, because all my little promos are. Maybe we'll put them at the end when they get there. Okay, so Kaitlyn, thank you for coming back and being my first victim. This is a victim this time, but it's good. And you know what? I was rereading your bio, and you received the.
You were impressed?
I was impressed. Edward R. Murrow Award for your coverage of the Troy Davis death row case, and the Georgia Associated Press has also honored you with its award for best general reporting.
Yeah, that was thank you. That was from my work in Savannah. I worked in Savannah before I moved here to Atlanta, and.
Are we getting back feedback? What?
Mix minus?
It's like I feel like I'm hearing myself again.
You are.
What is that? Why are we having all this feedback? Oh my God. That's crazy. This is okay. This has been the craziest day ever. Okay, we're good. Oh my gosh. Are we good? Are we really good?
You just don't know. Taylor Swift says shake it off.
I know, shake it off. Okay. So, yeah, but that Edward Arm, that's pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, it was a big deal. Our station, back in a smaller market, you have really a chance to do some storytelling. Right. And the stations really invest in, putting that stuff in for awards to kind of motivate you more and award you, for your hard work.
Right, so you're a big fish in a small pond.
Exactly.
That's actually can be good.
Yeah, and so now it's different, it's more, the pace is faster, you're not able to tell maybe some substantial stories as much as you'd like to. Right. There's still obviously value there, but it's more like if you watch Fox 5, the I-Team. They get that chance to really delve into things and tell a story in a thorough and articulate way, as opposed to the news of the day, which is what I do, breaking and developing things like that, which is really exciting.
That is.
Most days it can be challenging too when it's tough news, but I meet so many different people every day. That's the best part of my job.
And how is the receptivity, of the people, like when you go out there and everybody must be real nice?
Well, when you talk to some people maybe on their toughest day ever, it's really hard. It's hard for them. It's hard for me too. But on like great stories where someone maybe is reuniting with someone who saved their life, it's just to be witnessing that. It's just incredible to be a part of their story. And now in the age where we have so much connectivity via social media, it's immediate, and so many people get to see that in action. So that's really been interesting too, to kind of reach out different venues instead of the traditional. You said you don't watch TV a lot. Instead of the traditional half-hour, 1 hour newscast, now we can get news out, good news, bad news, but news to people via social media. So that's great.
I know that, and that's happening. You see a lot of, like Frank Blankenship is doing a lot of stuff on Twitter.
Yes.
He does a lot of, and I see you all the time doing your stuff. I mean, I think that's where people are turning. Mm-hmm. You have to kind of go with the flow. Yeah. I think that's, you have to go with, like today, we've had a crazy day, but you kind of go with it. And you have to go with what's changing, and people are looking to, places like Facebook or Twitter.
It's the convenience factor.
Right.
And the immediacy of it, yeah.
Right, it's quick, so you just get a quick, okay, now I know something's happened. There was an earthquake somewhere.
And that goes back to what you were talking with Mitzi earlier about, the whole time and microwave, what did you call it?
It's a microwave living.
A microwave living.
Yeah, everything's quick. Well, if my kids said, could we go to the microwave mass? They have a mass that goes really, at church, it's really quick, and they want to go to the microwave mass. So, and I don't blame them, but, it is what it is. But, it's just quick. So I'm not sure that that's great for everything, but I think sometimes with the news or information, it's kind of, and it also depends on how you learn and how you retain information.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the story the other day. Was it here? I can't remember. I'm always traveling back and forth, but there was a dad that threw his baby to safety in a fire.
Oh my gosh, like a football, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was in the firefighters were being, rewarded or whatever. They were being honored. So, I mean, I think those are amazing stories. It's kind of heartbreaking, but luckily, some of those have happy endings. So.
And that was caught on video. Like, everyone has a cell phone now.
I
So
know.
it's like so many opportunities for those amazing pictures, for
Right.
that wow factor,
Right.
To be shared.
So do you get recognized when you're out?
Sometimes. My husband gets recognized more.
That is
which
so
is so
funny.
strange since he's on the radio and I'm on TV. It doesn't make sense. It kind of aggravates me sometimes, but we were at a Braves game back at Turner Field,
Right.
so what was that, like 2 years ago? And a couple came up to him, "Can we have your autograph?
Oh
Can we
my
have your
gosh.
autograph?"
That is so funny.
And just, a lot of places we go, so it's
Yeah.
really neat. He's big on social media, so
He is.
I think probably he takes a lot of selfies.
Yeah, he does. He does. he does. But what's funny about him is I think that, when you're on radio and a lot of times when you're doing your own thing,
Sure.
that's how you can promote yourself for free.
Mm-hmm.
And that, that works. So I want to talk a little bit about your detox living because I know you're making some changes. You've made some changes in your life in terms of the diet and all of that, but also in what vitamins and all of that, but also, in terms of, who you keep with, who's your team, who's your peeps.
Well, I think, January is always a time of year where we look back and we evaluate and we think about the goals we made last December 31st.
Right.
And it's sometimes easy to get bummed out. Oh, man, I didn't learn Spanish again.
Right.
I didn't do that or I didn't,
Right.
whatever, insert your goal there. This year, I think it's a good thing just to kind of think small. And small things can add up and lead to big changes. Think about it like your closet. And, you're editing your closet being your life. You only want to wear the stuff that makes you feel good.
Right.
You only want to wear the stuff that fits.
Right.
But you have all this extra stuff. Maybe this, sparkly thing you think you'll wear someday.
Right.
Or, this thing from 20 years ago that, I can fit into it again maybe.
Right.
It's important, I think, for myself, which I've decided to, focus on the right now and to focus on the things that make me feel good.
Right.
And that's my health, and that's my friends,
Right.
the people. My mom always says, you get what you give.
Right.
And sometimes when you feel like you're giving more than you're getting, it's good to
Reevaluate.
Mm-hmm.
Take a step back. I think relationships are just that. It's a relationship, and if it's not, then it's not a dialogue. It's a monologue.
Absolutely, and that's the whole thing. Like, my whole thing for this year, 2018, is detox. Detox my life, whether it's my diet, my skincare, and just the people I have surrounding me.
Right. I mean, you want to have a good team around you, and I think you want to have people who are honest but uplifting and encouraging, and really care about who you are and your well-being, and then you can reciprocate. It's a reciprocal relationship, and I think it's important. And I've done a lot of, from the time that I was, I got my divorce, and I had all these new single friends, because you have to sort of adapt to the lifestyle, because I wasn't really going out as couples anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And it's taken me a couple of years to realize who my real core friends are, because you realize over time that there are people that really don't have your best interest at heart, and they really don't. They're not there for you, and even though you might have been there for them, or you would be there for them, and then you realize, well, you know what, this isn't serving me.
Right.
This relationship is not serving me, and when I go out and I have to feel bad about stuff, then I'm not going to put myself in that position anymore.
I'm naturally like a people pleaser.
Right.
So this has been really a big adjustment for me. I've always, want people to like me.
Right.
It's just innate in me.
Right.
And so it's been a challenge for me to think about, the people who are really in my corner. Everyone goes through challenges, and it's during those times that you really find out who cares.
Right. I agree, and especially I have a few friends that I kept close to me through my divorce, and then I have the few friends here. I mean, my friends in Boston, it's family.
Sure.
It's like family.
I get that.
It's my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
But here you sort of, but even there you sort of gravitate towards the people with like-mindedness. Because you want that. You want somebody who's like-minded. I want to learn from the people I'm around, and I want to be able to give something back to them.
Sure.
And it's important to maintain healthy boundaries with people because you could get walked on.
Now, if you had to take stock of your friend portfolio, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm really making an effort to connect with people who are outside my age. Because
Right.
I feel like you can learn from people
Oh, absolutely.
at all different ages.
Absolutely.
People my sister's age in their late 20s.
Right.
I have some really good friends, and then some older friends too who have
Right.
kind of taken me under their wing. And I feel more whole, if that makes sense.
Right.
I feel like we're giving and we're getting on multiple levels. So
Right.
I've, so to speak, diversified
Right.
my friends' portfolio.
Right. Oh, well, I agree with that. I have some really lovely girlfriends. Now, I'm 51,
Mm-hmm.
who are in their late 30s and are wise beyond belief. I mean, it's just amazing. And I love to have them in my world because they're like old souls. They have a lot of good wisdom, and they also have experiences that I didn't have because I was married all those years.
Right.
And, and then also I like to tap into, my sons are in their 20s, and they have lovely girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
And so I sort of, one of my sons is getting married. So, I mean, I love to sort of, put myself in their company to, see what's going on, kind of get the 411 on stuff, and what are they
The
doing.
411.
And I've got, and it's funny because and my mom's friends, I could go and sit and have dinner with them, and and my family and all of that. So yeah, that's definitely. But I also have tapped into my nieces, and I Snapchat with them every day.
That's cute.
Now I don't really know how to do Snapchat except
You're so
for what I'm
relevant,
doing.
Steph.
Well, I'm trying. Like, how do I do this? They'll do something crazy to me on Snapchat, and I'm like texting them back, like, how did you do that?
What filter?
Yeah, what's that? So, but it keeps me young. It keeps me laughing. Because they're funny. They do crazy things, like it's all their friends at the locker doing this thing, and So, I mean, I love that. So I can see why you would do that. Now tell me about your products. That you brought some products here, so I want to hear about it.
Yeah. Obviously, we're on the radio. You guys can't see. I'll tell you about it. But for our folks on social media, I put them up in front of here. So I talked about making small changes.
Right.
And that's what I've done this past year. Health-wise, let's start here. Kind of a supplement. It's called Juice Plus.
Right.
And it's basically bridging the gap between stuff you don't get in your diet and stuff that you should get in your diet, like dozens of fruits and vegetables, antioxidants, stuff like that. So I've been taking that every day, and then I've been sharing a company called Beauty Counter. They have skincare, makeup, and that's what I have in my makeup bag. I wear
Right.
makeup every day for
Right.
work, and there's so many toxic ingredients. The U.S. is
Right.
really behind on, putting regulations in place for safer products.
Right.
And so I really got behind this effort because all the, it's safer ingredients.
Right.
You're not worrying about slathering toxic stuff on your skin,
Right.
things like that. So just small changes really can make a big difference and have real results. And you don't have to go into your medicine cabinet and throw everything out when you look at the ingredients. Things like that. Small changes over time. Maybe you run out of, your shampoo. You replace it with a safer option. Things like that.
So are you feeling differently? How long have you been doing this, and what have you seen in yourself for results?
Well, I've been doing this, and then I've also really making a priority sleep. Gosh, we don't sleep enough.
Well, you're up at $30.
I'm up at 2 a.m. to report for duty at 3. No, but so sleep is even more important.
Right.
And if, you've got, for a long time I split my sleep because I'd come home from work, I'd take a nap, and then I'd go home because you want to live life. You want to connect with friends and stuff. I've really made it a priority to have that full 7 to 8 hours in one chunk of time, and that's made such a difference with my energy levels.
So, so you're going to bed at what time? Like 5? 6?
It should be about 6, 7. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you got to do what you got to do to feel good. And so when you get up at 2, do you like get showered and run and then do your makeup before you go on air, or do you have to do everything at home?
I wait. I do it in stages. As I'm waking up, the first things first. Let's wake up. That's the hardest part of that shift, is just getting up and then getting to work. And I get my assignment, and I'll do that, and then we'll drive to wherever we're going to be live. And in the car, usually, or in the live truck, that's what I'm doing. I do my makeup in the dark, Steph.
That's crazy. Well, you look great.
It's a talent over time. So
let's make this clear. It's not the foo-foo life that you think.
No.
She's putting her own makeup on. This isn't the set, the movie set.
Mm-mm-mm.
So, because people tend to think if you're on TV, you're just way up there or whatever, but it's real life. This is real life.
Absolutely.
It's not, this isn't Hollywood.
This isn't the network, right?
No.
This is local news,
It's
folks.
local news. Do they do that at the network?
Oh, yes. I remember, and you're a Boston girl, I remember I worked at WHGH, and I was running the teleprompter.
Right.
And you could see in the monitors, it was an NBC station, so you could see the Today Show, and you would see Katie, Matt, and Ann, and they'd be ready to do the morning headlines, and they'd have people up on the desk doing their makeup and everything.
Right.
And I was like, oh my gosh.
What is that like?
I want to be in TV news. I want to be on air.
Right, because you get somebody.
And then flash, how many years later, and it's just me in a dark live truck as my partner is driving to a scene, and I'm like, rrr.
Right. So you're on TV. You got that part, right?
Yeah, I guess.
You didn't put out in the universe that you want somebody doing your makeup. You have to put that out there. I want somebody doing my makeup.
Or at least put it in a contract.
Yeah, I know. No kidding, right? So, I think that's fun though. You get to do a lot of stuff. You get to be on TV. Do you do any other work like when you're out? Like, do they get you to do, MC an event or any of that stuff? Do you do any of that stuff?
I do on my own time.
Right.
Not station affiliated.
Right.
But I've been helping out the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
Right.
They have a great effort with students where they raise money and have campaigns every year to raise money for research.
Right.
And I also, I love animals, especially dogs.
I know.
And so
you have pet rescue stuff.
So I've emceed the Georgia English Bulldog Rescue Gala before.
Right.
It's so fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun. You get that cute little dog with the one eye.
Oh my gosh, Izzy Chicken Little, that's her
name.
She's from the Rescue Ranch in Rutledge, and they do such a good job.
The Rescue Ranch in Rutledge.
Say that 3 times fast.
Oh my gosh. So what's your worst blooper or best blooper?
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Mine is today.
Well, for now, it's only January of 2018 stuff. We got some time to go. I've really tried to clean up my language because I'm afraid that if something startles me or something, that I'll
use profanity on the air.
So I've really made an effort in recent years to try and clean up my language just in case, because it just takes one thing to get you on YouTube, and I don't want to be that person.
Right. Oh yeah. Then they'll be playing it over and over. You'll be like the GIF, whatever GIF, whatever they call it. GIF, whatever it is. But that's hilarious. But have you ever done that on air?
No.
Oh, so you're good. But so you don't have any bloopers?
Well, I think if I had to pick, I feel like if I had to pick like a horrifying moment for me on air, it was one night I was working the night shift, so this was more than 3 years ago, and I was outside. You go to a lot of meetings when you work nights in different communities, and I was the anchor Tom tossed to me, and I completely forgot what I was going to say, and I just stared at the
camera.
Oh my gosh, that's
And
hilarious.
then they just rolled the package.
There you go.
And I went back to the station. I was mortified. And Tom said to me, he said, Kaitlyn, oh my gosh, this happens to everyone. Please just shake it off. Just shake it off. And he, made me feel a lot better about it. But it was so mortifying.
Yeah, I can imagine. But, look at all the bloopers. That's what we watched. We watch whole shows geared
This
towards
is so true.
bloopers.
Yes.
People love that. This is why we're going to get great ratings today. Because today's show is the biggest blooper of them all.
And that's when it all went so very wrong.
We're back. Can we just do all the promos together? Let's do it all at once. I mean, my gosh. What the heck? I'm like, oh, what am I doing here? I'm all crazy. All right, so let's take a break and we'll kind of regroup at the break. Okay, so this one is, when we come back, we're going to do Living Atlanta if we get there, who knows. And this one is for Tracy Ann Curview, Stephen Doyle, and Michelle Senabaldi. Thanks for liking my Just Steph page. Now, I don't know if we're doing the right song, but Simi wanted this song. Oh, no, that was for Steve, but that's okay. All right, we'll get you the next time.
Maybe.
Oh, my God.
Thanks, Boo.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm going to leave you a little something, and I'm going to tell you what it is.
Okay. Are you leaving?
What,
Do you have to leave?
I don't have to, but
Okay.
I thought if I'm done, I can stick
You
around.
can stay, but I want to take a picture.
Yeah.
What promo would you like me to run? I'll do them after this song.
Okay, just do the ruby slipper one, and then the
Cholaki one.
and then Cholaki one, and then we'll do the other two.
You got it.
Okay, thank you. Oh my God! All right, so we have a minute.
Okay, so
we-
listen.
Okay.
All you need to do is put the stopper in and do one, drop it. I'm sure you have your favorite moisturizer.
Right.
Drop this one drop into your moisturizer and put it on morning and night.
Okay. Oh, I love it.
Okay.
And you know what?
Let me know how you like it.
I want it. Are you selling this stuff?
Yes. There you go.
Okay, so, well, if you stay, you can talk about how they can find out more about this.
I'll put it on Facebook.
I'll put it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. So let's get a picture.
Yes,
Oh,
girl.
you know what?
You did great today. Don't you worry about.
Oh, I'm not worried.
anything.
I'm not worried.
Good.
It is what it is.
Life is life, right? You gotta roll with it.
You gotta go with it. It wasn't my fault.
What do they say?
So-
You make plans, God
Oh,
laughs.
you know what? Let me see if I can. You know what? Let's do a quick selfie on your phone.
Yep. I'll send it to you.
Let's see. Hold on. Let's do this. Okay. All right. So I can just move this here, and then because it'll be all on me. And so let's just do a quick selfie, and then will you send it to me?
I will.
Okay. Hold on. Let me use this phone. What are we doing?
I've been watching you guys.
This is so crazy. This is like I never in front of this. I want my Just Steph. Oh my God, this is the craziest day ever.
You want to picture me.
There we go. There we go. Okay, ready?
There we go.
Okay.
Thank
Make sure
you.
that it is.
All right, yes. Send it to me. Oh my God, people. This is the craziest day.
I felt, man. Everything when
Oh,
we first got here,
Julie!
everything was running perfectly on time.
Julie,
that's when it all
Is your
went
sister
so
lost
very
power.
wrong.
Is your sister Julie?
Julie D'Angora?
Yeah, she said you don't even need makeup. She is a beauty. Inside and out. She's
Love
a beauty.
her.
She's an absolute beauty. Thank you. And so we're going to put on Facebook or on social media how to get...
Switch to safer.
Switch to safer.
Beauty counter.
So, and you know what? When you text me the picture, text me a link for people to find you, and I'll put it in with the links.
Awesome, boo.
So, thank you, honey.
Hey,
I'm
listen.
sorry.
No, you're fine.
I want to come be on your show.
You are insane.
But I really don't want to be on the news.
No, you don't want to be on the news. Call me the obituary sometimes,
Oh,
okay?
God. It's terrible.
You don't want me on your street.
Perfect. Oh, here we go. We got my promos.
Good job.
Yay. All right. Be safe. Say hi to Tim. You guys need to come over for dinner.
Can we please? Because
Yes.
you know I can't cook.
I know, but
And I look
what's a
at your
good night?
Probably Thursdays.
Oh, we can do Thursday.
Thursday?
All right, yeah, that would be good. All right, so like in a couple weeks after I go to Boston and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow up because
Me too.
those dishes look good, girl. Happy New Year, love you.
All
need
right,
it.
thank you. Bye, honey. Be safe. All right.
Don't miss it. You can
Oh my
Just
gosh.
at steph@juststeph.com for more information. This first half hour of the Just Steph Show is being brought to you by Hair by Cholaki. Jamie Cholaki has been a hairstylist in the Boston area for over 16 years. And she
We're going to
has
get through this.
created
It's
a
going to be
product
okay. I'm going to
that
figure it
contains
out.
the healing properties of amethyst gemstone.
What a crazy
This product
show
will
today,
give your
kids.
hair crystal shine,
It'll be better next week, I
minimize
promise.
frizz,
Well, I
and
think this was fun.
reduce static. Now listen, peeps, you need to check out her Facebook page, Hair by Cholaki. That's where you can get all the information you need, and you will see
That's
that you can purchase your
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Okay, all right, we're on. All right, so, okay. Oh my goodness. All right, so
Welcome to 1100.
if this is the new radio station, wow. It's all
It's
fun.
gonna be so much better next time. It will
Yeah,
be awesome.
you know what? I think this was fabulous because I had to improvise and dig up whatever talent I have and
And you showed out excellent. Excellent.
I don't know, what are you gonna do? I mean, what are you gonna do? Okay, so, okay, what are we doing? I forgot. Okay, you want to know where to go this weekend, and you've been waiting for Living Atlanta. All right. Wow. I'm feeling a little better. Got my Living Atlanta theme. Okay, so listen, people. Drink responsibly, drive responsibly. Call Uber, call a friend, call a cab, call a designated driver, call Lyft. Do not drink and drive. You know how it is. You don't want to get in trouble, and you don't want to get hurt. You don't want to hurt anybody else. Okay, so this weekend, I'm actually in town this weekend, so I'm excited. But I have a lot of stuff going on. You just heard about my Ruby Slipper workshop. I am hosting that on Saturday, Sky.
Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. The writing, I wrote it all up. I've got it all done. It's going to be exciting. We're going to talk about really recognizing who we are, and as humans, and what what our role is here. And we're going to talk about self-care versus selfishness, and also the road to healing. And we have a lot of people like to be miserable.
Yeah, 80% of them.
So you have to really want healing. You really have to want to change. You have to really start changing your thinking. It's all about the mindset. And I've had some real big aha moments while I've been on this sort of sabbatical, and it's been very enlightening for me. And I'm really excited to share some of the things that I have really come to believe. And it's going to be great. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be a great afternoon. It's going to be from 1 to 5 on Saturday. But the last hour is a wine and cheese party because I'm going to draw them in with wine.
There you go.
So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So if anybody has any questions about that, you can email me at steph@juststeph.com. And the Ruby Slippers Workshop is Saturday, and it's an event on Facebook. It's Ruby Slippers Workshop. You have the power all along. So that is on Saturday. I may run over to Davio's tonight. They're having an event tonight. I'm going to see if I can get everything done. This day has kind of been a little crazy, but we're going to see. It's all fine. I think it just went the way it was supposed to go. I really do.
No, I thought you did an excellent job.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so Deb Bowman is Fridays at Bread and Butterfly, all of February. So that's only in February. It's not in January. So she's starting next month, and she is also going to be playing Ursula at Serenbe.
Wow.
Yeah, for the Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid,
So
right.
yeah, so she's playing Ursula. I saw some pictures on Facebook. She looked fabulous. Now DJ Vanessa Hunley is always at G's doing karaoke tonight. And she's at Metro Cafe Diner on Wednesdays from 8:30 to 3 doing karaoke. Johnny Perazzo is Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at Whiskey Mistress. And there's always music every night at Dixie Tavern, City Winery, Venkman's, and Smith's Old Bar. But you know what? I went to City Winery a couple weeks ago, and I saw the Daz Band from the 80s.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Oh!
Absolutely.
They were, it was really an unbelievable, I'm going to tell you, this is just like sort of a free promo for City Winery. I'm sort of over the big arenas and paying $200 or $300 to sit in a nosebleed section and not be able to see the artist and not having any personal contact. And City Winery is such a lovely venue. You can have your cocktails and dinner. I think it must be my age, you know, it's at that age. I don't want to deal with all that. We sat right in the front. The music is phenomenal. They interact with the audience, and after the show, now the 2 shows that I've been to at City Winery, both times the artists were outside waiting and talking and taking pictures with everybody.
Nice.
And signing autographs, and yeah, they were selling their CDs and stuff like that, but they were just all lovely. So, I mean, and the show was, both shows that I've been to at City Winery, I've been to 3, but 2 were with Louis Prima. They're all very uplifting and amazing. So I think that really you should try City Winery. I'm dying to go to the one in Boston. They just opened one in Boston, so really give it a try. It's a lot of fun, and the food is excellent. So I'm going to take a little break here. And when we come back, more Living Atlanta, and this one goes out to the Boston birthdays. Darlene Estes, my girlfriend up there, Stacy Peluso Slaney, and Nancy Friziello Lightbody. Happy birthday, peeps. And we can go and do Simmy's song.
Daz Band, or did you want to do Casey?
Let's do Casey.
You got it.
Yeah. There we go. All right, so we're going to get there. Oh my gosh, we're going to get there.
Oh yeah, it's going to be so awesome. That's what killed me, because I got all your stuff. I mean, when you said the other day, I put everything in.
I did it so early.
Ready. Yeah, so I made sure it was all in the system, everything ready to go in your folder. I changed everything over to 1100, the whole 9 yards. So
It's okay.
Like a breeze.
You know what? And I'm glad
It'll be so much easier next week.
Well, I'm sort of glad.
Probably got some really good information that you know, talking with her because
Yeah.
you guys had to.
Yeah, so it was good. It was good. Oh my gosh. Thank you. All right, so let me say hi. Oh, Jackie, what a crazy day today. Hi. It's been a crazy day. Hey, Greg. Julie, your sister is beautiful, inside and out, if you're still watching. So, if for those of you that are just tuning in on social media, me hitting my head is just part of the day. Everything, the whole studio was down. There was no radio happening from the studio. And everything was shut down, and so we couldn't get started, and none of my stuff was logged in, and so we just had to improvise. And my guest, Kaitlyn Pratt Andrews, who is the news reporter, local news reporter here in Atlanta, luckily she's in the business and was very understanding. But it was just such a crazy show today, and I'm all off schedule because they didn't have any of the music kit in or anything, so I'm telling everybody what happened.
Yeah, cool. And then we got one more song if you decide. You want to use it. If it's there if you don't, when we're done.
Yeah, I'm going to see how it all goes.
Yeah, that's what I was just letting you know.
So, you know, and let's run the Ruby Sipper promo at the end.
Yeah.
So, thank you. So, but that's okay because next week is going to be, we're going to be good, and I'm excited. So, but, so this weekend I have my Ruby Sipper workshop. I'm excited to be doing that. I've been doing all the writing for that, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I know the Just Steph Show is going to be great here at 1100 a.m., even though we have all this craziness today. So it's all good. We're going to get there, folks. So I'm sorry for the crazy technology. We had technical difficulties. So anyway, but it's all good. Next week I have Nick Cellini and Ray Giudice from 680 The Fan, and they're going to be on. We're going to be talking about the Super Bowl, and I'll be wearing my Brady shirt again because I wore it last year when Nick came on, and I know that they're going to give me such trouble because Ray is from Brooklyn and he is a New York fan, he's a Yankees fan, and Nick is from Cleveland, and so.
Just Steph Show is being brought to you by Artisan Plastic Surgery at
And here we go. So those are my little promos that we were supposed to be doing at different times. We have to do them now because it's all crazy.
Artisan Plastic Surgery is hosting an injection day. Give them a call at 404-851-1999.
That's if you want Botox.
Details. Check them out at Artisan Plastic Surgery.
I don't want anything put in. I need it all
This week's
taken
Living
out.
Atlanta is brought to you by some local guys, Men in Blues, Atlanta's premier non-cheesy party band. That's right, they specialize in all kinds of music, funky, classic, rock and roll, soul, R&B, funk, blues, oldies, and country. They've been rocking around town for 17 years. You can check them out next on the 27th, Saturday the 27th at 7 p.m. at El Don Mexican Grill in Alpharetta, or you can hear them on their website, www.meninblues.net. And if you're a local band and you want to be featured on Living Atlanta, shoot me an email, steph@juststeph.com.
All right, so there we go. We got everything in there. Yay. All right, so this is what's going on in and around Atlanta this weekend. There's a lot of stuff happening. It's a great, great, great time of year because there's lots of fun happening. Okay, so tonight there is a networking event at the Red Phone Booth, and that's in Midtown area, and it's from 4 to 10. It's the Network Taste and Celebrate January edition, and it's a new year and a new speakeasy. And you need to get online for that because it's go to Red Phone Booth and find out all the information. I think it's a prepaid event. You get like a cigar and some tastings of some cocktail mixers and all that stuff. Now, also tonight at 3 Sheets in Sandy Springs, it's February Flight Night, and it's from 5 to 11, and it says, join 3 Sheets every Thursday in February for a special tasting of the Jim Beam family of small batch bourbons. Your flight will include a 1 ounce each of Baker's, Basil, Hayden's, Knob Creek, and Booker's, and for only $25. There you go. And it's every Thursday. You don't have to pay up front, but reservations are recommended, so give them a buzz at 3 Sheets. Tonight at Davio's, it's their celebrity happy hour, and I think Steve DiFilippo's in town, so you can go and say hi to Steve, tell him Just Steph sent you, and it's Fashion and Fortune from 6 to 10 with celeb host Ashley Simulis of Southern Girl, and there's a silent auction benefiting Education Cares. Also tonight is Mark Phillips' birthday, which I already mentioned, happy birthday to him, but he's going to be at New York Prime tonight from 6 to 10, and he's going to be providing all the music. Call for reservations if you want a table or a seat near the bar, and your presents are the only presents to bring. So maybe he was expecting presents, I don't know, but whatever. It's fun. New York Prime is awesome. And it's right across from Davio's, so you can do it, do a twofer. Right, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, so to speak. Now, Friday is the Manna Fund's Awards Gala. Now, the Manna Fund benefits and helps to educate girls with eating disorders. And it's all ages, actually. So it's the 2nd annual Manna Fund's Gala, and it is going to be at the historic Biltmore in Midtown Atlanta. And the tickets are at exorbia.com. This is Friday night, and it's a great, great charity. So they really do a lot of work. My friend Gina Burnett is the head of the Manna Fund. At Wild Wings in Dunwoody is Slippery When Wet, the ultimate Bon Jovi cover band. Now there's no cover charge there, and it's from 9:15. I don't know why this is 9:15 to 12:15. That's what it said on Facebook. So Facebook knows all. And then, so that's it. But Wild Wings is always fun. It always gets crowded. They have really good food. They have great wings and good cocktails. So it's a lot of fun, and especially if you're a little bit OTP, it works. But make sure you Uber or take a cab. Now Saturday, of course, is the Ruby Slippers Workshop, and it's going to be held at the Elaine Sterling Institute. Elaine is one of my sponsors, and she's providing the venue, and it's going to be in one of her classrooms, and it's from 1 to 5. And start out on your Yellow Brick Road to find out who you really are, why you are here, and where you are going. So, I just found out where I'm going.
Good.
Yeah, well. And now also Saturday, now this is fun, it's the 7th annual Oyster Fest at Atkins Park, and that is from 11. It starts at 11 o'clock on Saturday and goes to 11 o'clock Sunday night. So it's 2 days of live music and oysters and all of that stuff. You want to get your tickets. If you get them in advance, it's $8, and it's at freshtix.com or $12 at the door. And it gets really crowded there, especially if it's going to be good weather. I went last year. I attended last year, and it was a lot of fun. They have live music and lots of stuff going on. So it's a lot of fun. And they have live music lineup. It's the Tyler Nail Band and all this. Let's see. Jive, Mother Mary, I don't know these bands, but whatever. Wasted Potential, I'm sure you guys know them. But that's me. Okay, also on Saturday night, it's the Diamonds Over Georgia Gala benefiting Cure Childhood Cancer, and it's at the Trolley Barn from 7 to midnight. It's a pretty nice event, and it's they have an auction, and they're excited to announce that the Alex Guthrie Band will be their entertainment. That's a lot of fun. So that's on Saturday night. Now Sunday is Bottomless Mimosas Brunch at Venkman's at 12:30. So that's Bottomless Mimosas. Do you like mimosas?
Yeah, absolutely, especially on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, and the food's really great at Venkman's, and they always have great music. Now Kenny's kickoff crew, I believe, is at Huey Louie's watching the Pro Bowl. So that's this Sunday because there's no football. We didn't talk about football today, early on like we always do, but, we know who's in the Super Bowl. I actually feel bad about Minnesota.
Yeah, they didn't even show up. Philadelphia just annihilated.
I felt bad because I really wanted that nice sort of idea that the home team would be in their home state. The home team.
It will be next year.
Next year. Next year it's going to be Falcons Patriots rematch here, right? I hope so. So, okay, so that's, the Pro Bowl is on Sunday night. Justin DJ Wright will be at Cafe 290 in Sandy Springs from 8 to 11. It's a $12 cover. And Cold Draft Beer is going to be at Johnny's Hideaway at 8:30. And maybe we can take a little break, and we'll listen to my song from the Dasbin. That was me. There we go. We're all off kilter here, but it's all going to be okay. It's all okay. I can't even tell you how funny this is for me. All right, so what do we got? Hi, Trace Perez. Jacob, hello. It's crazy. This is the craziest day for you to watch. But it's all good. All right, kids, what's everybody doing this weekend? Anything fun? I'm at a loss for words right now. Can you believe it? This girl who will talk your ear off. I'm at a loss for words because this was the craziest day ever. But it's all good. Next week we'll have it all together. It's good. The Real 1100 is my new home, and everybody's going to love it. So I'm excited. So anyway, I hope you will share with your friends about the Ruby Slipper Workshop. That's Saturday at 1 o'clock. You need to get online and register. And I think I'm closing it out tomorrow night. I need to have everybody set so I know how many, notebooks and all that stuff to bring. And I want to make sure that everybody has their materials. We're going to have a wine and cheese reception at the end. It's going to be interactive. I have some great exercises that we're going to do, little group talking, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be laid back. It's not going to be just me talking like I do all the time. It's going to be interactive. It's going to be a lot of fun. And that's at 4840 Roswell Road in Atlanta. And it's at the Elaine Sterling Institute, Building D, Suite 300. Everybody's a little crazy today in this place. Oh my gosh, I have a headache. So, this is me trying to figure out what to say to you because my day has been so screwed up. I could maybe go back and do my intro. So, and I have a brand new intro, brand new start, brand new, everything's brand new, and we skipped it all today because we had no stuff. That's all good. It's a good thing I'm a radio pro, right? Okay. That's crazy. They're still trying to figure things out. It's one big mess. How does that happen? My general manager's here, and she's like talking, and I'm watching her. I'm watching to see what she's saying. Yes, and then okay.
Hey, Just Steph fans, want more of Just Steph up close and personal?
All
Well, I'm
right, here we
hosting
go.
the Ruby Slippers workshop. You had the power all along on Saturday, January 27th from 1 to 5 p.m. It's going to be held at the Elaine Sterling Institute at 4840 Roswell Road, Atlanta, 30342, Building D, Suite 300. Come and hear all about Steph's journey and how she's going to help you continue your journey and understand what your true worth really is. Don't miss it. You can email Just Steph at steph@juststeph.com for more information.
Okay, all right, so we're back for just a couple of minutes, and one more event. Wednesdays, Mark Phillips is at New York Prime from 6 to 10 as well, so I wanted to tell you about that. But coming up next week, I have Nick Cellini and Ray Giudice from 680 The Fan, and we're going to talk Super Bowl. So that should be a lot of fun. And because Nick is from Cleveland and Ray is from Brooklyn. So, and we'll have a lot of fun with that because I'll be wearing my Brady shirt. Right, so, and then the following week, Elaine Sterling is going to be on with me, and she's going to talk about how she built her business, and of course, beauty trends for 2018. And the following week, I have Vince Thompson from Melt Atlanta, and he is the premier marketing agency for local sports and talent and culinary events. So, and he's doing like, they get into doing like the Final Four and all that stuff. So that's all I got for you today, though. That's it. I'm done.
You did awesome.
Yeah,
I'm so proud.
not so bad.
No, it was awesome. It was incredible for the first time. And like I said, welcome once again to the Real 1100, because I think you're going to be much better, much happier over here on this side.
Right.
It just fits your personality.
I think so too. I'm excited to be here. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think it's going to be better. We need to get a new backdrop here, though, because this sports jock thing, like, that's not me. I need to put up my Just Steph stuff or something.
If it didn't have a Patriots thing up there instead of an Auburn.
I'm going to take it down next week. Well, you know what? Well, let's leave it for the boys for next week. Make them feel at home.
Okay. There
You know, we'll definitely make Nick and Ray feel at home. We'll be in the sports thing, but we got to figure something out. We got to do something for me too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Just Steph Show.
It is the Just Steph Show. Today it was the Just Crazy Show, but it's all right. So anyway, you know what? I am everywhere I'm all over the place on social media. I'm on Facebook. I've got a couple of pages. I've got my personal page, but then I have my Just Steph page, my Living Atlanta page. I'm on Twitter. It's at Steph Palermo. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Instagram, Just Steph1. And I'm on Snapchat. I believe it's Just Steph on Snapchat. I'm not sure. I can't remember. And I'm on Pinterest somewhere, too. So I'm everywhere. You can find me. I'll be posting. I don't know if I'm going to post this show anywhere. I feel bad for Kate.
Posterity's sake.
Yeah, I guess so. You know what? Let everybody see the bloopers, right?
Well, not only that, I mean, you got to see two professional women converse and absolutely nothing other distractions whatsoever.
I know. And we had to figure it out, right? So we did it, Well, Boston girls are good at the, off the cuff.
It's awesome.
Right, okay. All right, kids, so listen, I'll see y'all next week. Know I love you all. Wishing you love, balance, and peace. Ciao, ciao, baby. Oh, God. This was the longest 90 minutes of my life.
Social media, Facebook, Just Steph, Twitter, @StephPalermo.
Bye.
Check out my website, juststeph.com. See you next week.
Why is this not ending?
This first half hour of the Just Steph Show is being brought to you by